Keyshawn Davis sends out a tweet stating that the fight with Floyd Schofield has to happen in 2024. It's been a very nice build up to the fight. I feel like these two young guys have been putting it on the line ever since they turned pro. Floyd Schofield has been improving. A lot of people have been overlooking him and his skills as far as a young guy. They don't really put him in a category with a lot of other guys. You know, a lot of people are starting to look towards his way now because of his knockout that he had on a very formidable, very good opponent. I think his opponent was Jason Sanchez, if I'm not mistaken. But he's had a very good camp. The last one he had, and he came in fit, ready to work. And I feel like he's at an advantage now because he's active currently, but Keyshawn Davis has been active for years and years now, so it's not like he's walking around out of shape or anything like that. That'll be a very good fight for him and Keyshawn Davis at this time. And to be honest, bro, over the past 12 months, it's been a lot of people that's called out Keyshawn Davis. Like, we gotta understand, like, Floyd Schofield was one of the first guys. Now I'm hearing Mirataya and all these other guys and just different people. I know the Frank Martin thing, that was just organic. Somebody asked Keyshawn a question, he responded. Frank stepped to him, let him know. You know what I'm saying? They both dogs to me, so it don't really mean nothing to me. I mean, they both dogs. But Frank Martin just had to let it be known, like, you know what I'm saying? He really liked that. In the ring, outside the ring, whatever you need. But he definitely gonna stand on business. But as far as Keyshawn, he basically the same way. You know what I'm saying? He's building up a name for himself, putting himself in a position where he can be at the hierarchy of 135. He's promoted himself well. A lot of these guys, I know a lot of people think that these guys know how to promote themselves. Nah, everybody ain't Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys got to force themselves to talk and get ingratiated with the media and different things like that. A lot of these guys aren't all online and all tech savvy as far as knowing everything. A lot of these guys, they learned that over the course of their career or recently since they turned pro and they've had time and don't have to go to school every day and certain things like that. But Keyshawn Davis is basically someone that's well prepared for any kind of fight right now, though. Well prepared. I feel like people thinking, oh, he had a sloppy match last match. Bro, Keyshawn Davis been taking some decent competition in my eyes that I've known. In my eyes, he's taking some very good competition. I like Nair Albright. I feel like he was gonna be somebody that was gonna be nearly impossible to knock out because of just the type of fighter he is. He's not no slouch or no bum like most of these guys would look at certain people. He's not a slouch or a bum. He does an excellent job when he comes to fighting, when he's in the competition. I just feel like the expectations for Keyshawn is probably a little bit too high, but when you promote yourself, that happens. I mean, it is what it is. You live with it. I mean, stuff happens sometimes. You're not gonna look perfect every time you step out in the match. That's why that's the purpose of taking hard matches. So you're not gonna look perfect every time. You're not gonna look perfect each and every time you step out and have something to do. That's definitely not how it's gonna go. And what I've noticed is, you know, it's a lot of long-time boxing fans, whether it's fans of current guys like Spence and other guys, or whether it's old-time boxing fans or new boxing fans. For some reason, Frank Martin, Keyshawn Davis, and certain guys' names has been one of the most frequent names I've heard, at least recently, as far as being talked about, thrown around. I feel like people know that these guys are competition. But they're trying to make it seem like they're easy work and they can catch them at vulnerabilities and different things like that. But Floyd Schofield is in the same category with Keyshawn Davis and Frank Martin. I feel like all those guys have all the tools. They kind of like almost a baseball player. They're 5'2" players, you know what I'm saying? They can hit home runs, steal bases. They can do it all. So I feel like with Floyd Schofield and the Keyshawn Davis thing, it could build up for another 2 or 3 years, but if both guys feel like they would want to have the fight now, I mean, that would make sense. I feel like Floyd Schofield will eventually outgrow 135 division, but that's probably not a while from now, but it's still too close to call, so I can see him growing out of that division in a couple of years. So that is obviously a fight that they should be trying to make it 135 if they are serious about it, because most of the other guys, they're already busy, so I wouldn't expect Keyshawn Davis to be having Floyd Schofield as a number one option or anything like that. It's just that the idea of them talking and fighting, he probably made him as far as the first thing on his mind. A lot of these young guys are starting to put themselves in a position where they're going to contend or compete at a high level early. But it just takes for the promoters to kind of push the button on go, or just make it available, or give it an option, or put some budget behind it or anything like that, or put a date behind it. But I feel like these guys are gonna flourish these next couple of years. But Keyshawn Davis, he has to come back from his suspension in top notch, top shape. If he doesn't, then a lot of people will be looking at him as someone who basically can't get anything done, or unprofessional, different things like that, or someone who's not really doing a lot and not taking his career serious. But I feel like he's a professional though. A lot of this stuff is just Ric Flair stuff, man. A lot of these guys promoting themselves, doing different things like marketing, whether it's Floyd Schofield. I've heard more about Floyd Schofield because he's marketing himself, you know what I'm saying, which is a great idea. And Keyshawn Davis. I seen him fight first, but with Floyd Schofield, I heard him talking first. And those things you need to happen right now. A lot of these guys, and then fans sit around and tell people, oh, I don't know who you are. You need to market yourself and do different things like that. I didn't hear anybody else saying this back in the day, but ever since Floyd came around, people don't like when Floyd had to market himself and do certain things, but they'll want you to turn around and do the same thing. Crazy how that works sometimes. But I feel like with high expectations on these guys, see, you got guys wanting Keyshawn to fight top 10 guys already. And he hasn't been pro but a couple of years already, so we already know what time it is. It's definitely gonna be a huge clash when those guys meet. I feel like they'll probably have, if they were to fight, they'll probably have like 2 fights happen before that could happen. Probably late next year if it was to happen, but at this time, I don't know if that would be a fight that could happen. I mean, that would be building up over time, actually. If I was to look at it, you know what I'm saying, because Floyd Schofield, he's doing business with Golden Boy, so I'm pretty sure they're going to try to take their time with him, but they're going to, of course, ramp up the competition, because, you know, Oscar, he's pretty good at matchmaking. Well, he's excellent at matchmaking. When he wants to be, you know what I'm saying? When he wants to be, when he knows what he's doing. But especially if you look at when he was doing things with Canelo, he knows what he's doing. But I feel like Floyd Schofield, he's basically put himself in a position, you know, most people, they would say, oh, that's just one knockout, but you got to understand the growth that he's bringing inside the ring. And Keyshawn can see the same thing too. And if I was to be unbiased, and which I am, Keyshawn probably saying, hey, let me get to him before he started getting better. Because Floyd Schofield getting better. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn, he can play around if he want to, but bro getting better. He definitely getting better. I think the guy he knocked out never been knocked out before. And I said that before the fight started. Hey, if he knocked this guy out, hey, gonna have to reevaluate something, boss. If he knocked this guy out, man, it's a different conversation. And that's definitely what happened. So yeah, but I feel like Keyshawn's last performance was kind of overlooked. Just like with Frank Martin. The Frank Martin, Michelle Rivera win, it's just gonna look better, man. It's just gonna look better. As time go on, Michelle Rivera fight better, it's gonna look better on Frank Martin resume. That's why you take them hard fights like that, because guys like that gonna keep fighting on, and their resume gonna make yours look better. Because if you defeated him and his resume is strong, that's what goes on. But guys don't think like that. They always try to think, oh well, let me just get the payday now. Alright, but your value gonna drop though. Even with Teofimo, like a lot of people don't feel like he's worth the money that he's asking for. That's why a lot of guys like Keyshawn like, alright man, just put me in the ring. He's not talking about the money, he's talking about the matchup. It has to be more about the matchup instead of the money. If we just talking about how much a matchup is and this and this and this, it's definitely not gonna work out. But this new generation, a lot of you guys ain't worried about that, man. Like Benavidez, a lot of these guys' business happen fast. They don't really ask for too much, do too much bickering back and forth. Oh, I need this and ring size and that. So I feel like with Keyshawn Davis, he just got to get back in 2024, back to the version of himself that he was. That little Texas situation, I already made a video about it. If y'all want to hear information about it, let me know, man. Thank you for all the support that everybody shows. It helps out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially when people be trying to steal information and stuff like that. Even though it's public information, a lot of people, they like the pocket watch, man. So everybody who support, hit the like button. I appreciate it. Everybody who share, I appreciate it. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.